Hey, this is Gina with Churchtown Ministries. Thank you for tuning in to GinaDuke.com. We are doing a case study on Abraham regarding our faith and follow through, our obedience basically to what God is calling us to. And one thing I want to really impress upon you today is make sure that you don't deviate. You see, God had met with Abraham and he said, I want you to leave your family, take your wife, leave your family, and I want to take you to a place you've never been before. And so it goes on to tell that Abraham and his wife packed up everything they had and all their herdsmen and cattle and livestock, and they left. And there's one little thing that it says, one little catch. It says, and Lot went with them. Lot was the nephew of Abraham. Now, I don't know that Abraham asked Lot to go with him, or if Lot said, hey, that sounds like a great journey, I think I'll go too. Regardless, we know that Abraham did not tell Lot that he couldn't go. So he deviated right from the get-go. And so what that led to was that all kinds of strife and heartache for Abraham. They got out there in the middle of their journey, and there was not enough land to hold the cattle. Lot's men were fighting against Abraham's men. There was not enough water to water all the livestock. And finally Abraham said, Lot, just look out at all this land that God's given me. Just pick a place. And so Lot did. And then at some point, Lot ended up in Sodom, which we know is one of the most ungodliest cities ever talked about in Scripture. And so he was living in this sinful city that God wanted to destroy. And Abraham worked a deal out with God that an angels actually went in and saved Lot and his family from the burning cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. On the way out, Lot's wife looked back. She disobeyed the angel's instructions and she looked back at the burning city. And you know the story, she turned into a pillar of salt. So he lost his wife. Then as he and his daughters are held up in some caves, they actually thought that that's possibly where they would live forever, and they would never have a husband, they would never have children. And because of their influence by that sinful city that they had lived in for so long, they actually came up with a scheme to get their father drunk and commit incest with him so that they could have children. I mean, that one deviation destroyed Lot's family. And so as you continue on your journey to faith and follow through, whatever God's called you to, remember this: don't deviate.